Real event OCD is a subtype of OCD that centers around past events that actually took place in our lives that we are not so certain about. And due to us not being so certain about these, events and not remembering like all the details to it, it causes us a lot of fear, anxiety, and discomfort. What's going on with my peoples, man? Appreciate y'all tuning back into the channel. If you haven't already, man, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on post notifications so y'all don't miss a video when I upload. And as y'all can see by the title, we're going to be talking about real event OCD. Now, before we get into the video, you know what I'm saying, I got to throw a disclaimer out there as always. In this video, I'm going to be talking about common triggers, obsessions, compulsions. And if I don't mention a, trigger, obsession, or compulsion that you go through when it comes to the subtype, it does not mean that you don't have OCD or you don't have this subtype of OCD, because OCD isn't one size fit all. Well, I may go through OCD, you may not go through OCD. What you go through OCD, I may not go through OCD. And just because we may not go through what each other may go through when it comes to OCD, it doesn't define our, define our journey with OCD, and it don't define if we have OCD or not. We just experience it differently. So, yeah. But yeah, make sure y'all follow me on my social medias. If y'all haven't already, I'm gonna put them right here. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video, man. False memory OCD and real event OCD are very similar. The only difference is that with false memory OCD, we obsess over memories that most likely never happened. Whether, with real event OCD, we are obsessing over events that actually took place in our lives. Just like someone who deals with false memory OCD, someone with real event OCD is triggered due to the uncertainty of a memory or a past event that took place, and not remembering every detail of that memory. And due to us not being able to recall details to the memories that we are thinking about, this causes opportunities for us to experience intrusive thoughts surrounding the worst case scenarios that could have took place when it comes to these events that we are thinking about. And with these worst case scenarios feeling like they actually could have took place, it causes us to experience an extreme amount of fear and anxiety. It makes us fall into a deep search for answers, which is better known as compulsions. And here are some triggers that someone with real event OCD may experience. Not being able to remember. So just simply not being able to recall a detail to a certain event that happened in the past could trigger someone with real event OCD, because they feel like, the worst could have happened, but they don't remember it happening. Intrusive thoughts. So this can basically be intrusive thoughts surrounding, the worst case scenarios that could have took place in the event that they're trying to remember. And intrusive images and visions. So this is basically you being able to see the worst case scenarios play out in your mind when it comes to the events that you're trying to remember. Now, here are some obsessions that someone with real event OCD can experience. Worry that we did something wrong or we said something wrong. So with us not being able to recall, the details of an event that we're trying to remember, we're worried that, we possibly did something wrong or said something wrong. Believing that something bad has happened or something bad will happen due to the past decisions that we make. So this is something that, I experienced, when it comes to real event OCD. I don't experience it as much, but I do obsess over, my past decisions in life, thinking that, like it'll catch up to me someday, or that, something bad will happen, basically. And being canceled. So basically, just feeling like if the events that your mind is saying has really happened, you feel like that, you would be canceled if someone would find out, or, you feel like you just, would be disowned or something like that. And here are some compulsions that someone with real event OCD may fall into. Reinsurance seeking. So this is basically you asking others for details about a certain event that you're trying to remember to make sure that the worst case scenarios that your intrusive thoughts trying to say played out didn't really play out, and everything is all good. Confessing. So as we know, OCD can be very confessing. It can make us feel like we actually did something when we didn't. So we end up confessing to others, to get forgiveness and, to just get it out of our system and, just to come clean. And rumination. So this is basically us digging back into our past to see if we can remember what actually happened when it comes to these events that we're trying to remember, and find any signs to prove that the worst case scenarios that our intrusive thoughts are trying to say played out didn't really play out. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what real event OCD consists of. I hope this video was very informative to everybody that's watching. If you're someone out there that's dealing with, real event OCD, I just want to let you know that you're not alone. You're very heard, very seen, and very understood. And yeah, I hope this video helped you get a better understanding of what relieving OCD is. And I just want to throw another disclaimer out there that I have talked about common triggers, obsessions, and compulsions when it comes to this video. So if I didn't mention a trigger, obsession, or compulsion that you may go through when it comes to relieving OCD in this video, it does not mean that you don't have OCD or that you don't have this subtype of OCD, because OCD isn't one size fit all. What you may go through OCD, I may not go through OCD. What I go through OCD, you may not go through OCD, and we should not let each other's experience with OCD define each other's experience and, you know, say if we have OCD or not. So yeah. And if you're just watching this video to, you know, gain information about OCD, I hope this video is very informative to you as well. And I hope that it can help you help someone around you that may be dealing with OCD, or just this subtype of OCD, or just help you get a better understanding of what OCD is. And yeah, I think that's it. I like this video. I feel like I did good. Make sure y'all leave that like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on post notifications so y'all don't miss a video when I upload. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all my social medias. I'll put them right here. And yeah, if you haven't already, check out my last video right here where we was playing the stalk. And yeah, I think that's it. Happy Monday to everybody. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I hope y'all have a great day, great night, and as always,
I'm gone.